out there.
It's time for stories you haven't heard before. It's time for stories that leave you wanting more. These are historical, they are actual, very factual. Untold stories, untold stories, untold stories.
The untold stories are very important, but important things need to happen so the important stories can be told. Don't worry, loves. We'll be there. It's not like that other time where the vortex opened up and swallowed the whole team. Right? It's not like that time. We're still here. We're just making sure things happen.
It's time for stories you haven't heard before. It's time for stories that leave you wanting more. These are historical, they are actual, very factual. Untold stories, untold stories, untold stories.
This is normal.
Good evening. I am Dr. Shirley May Bell Jackson. Hopefully I'm coming in clear for everybody here in TV land. I have been selected as the guest host for this edition of Untold Stories. I have been an educator for quite a few years, and you may know me from my work with Not Your Little Friend. I have been an educator in the deepest part of the South, and I would teach the children, okay? And I would rear them and guide them as well as the neighbor kids. But when they began to get too comfortable, I have to remind them, I am not their little friend. I am there to help them learn and to grow and to be better people, but I am not your friend. We will not joke in the hee-haw. We will keep things serious. Now, that is my story, and we are going to hear from two pioneered plays, trailblazing women today. But first, we're going to see their video. The first guest. Let's take a look at their video.
Hey. Eyes up here. Here's what you don't understand, okay? My name is Mildred. You might know me from around the block. I was coming home from a long day of work. The bras have just been invented at this point. It's 1923. Don't worry about it. Don't age me. So at this point, you got to understand the bras or boa constrictors in bricks with zippers. And I promise you, there's a couple of nightclub bouncers in there. They are so tight. People weren't taking them off. You put a bra on. You bought one with your mother. You kept it on until your wedding night. I'm telling you. From whatever age to whatever age, you wore the same one. And that's what it was. So one day I'm coming home, right? I'm coming home to see my Maury. I'm excited. My daughter is hungry. Okay. I've got some double Z's going on. They were kept in. And I said, between the dog barking, between Maury getting on my nerves, between my daughter being hungry, because she's hungry for one of these. She's a baby at this point. So I got to figure out how to get one out. I said, to hell with it. I'm taking it off. So I got Maury's pliers from the gardener. I get through the boa constrictors. I have to coax one out with a little saw and a recorder like. I slip a 50 to the bouncers. I tell them to get away. I finally get this bra off. I'm telling you, I've never been more comfortable in my life. So I am affectionately known as the first woman to get home at the end of the day, take off a bra, and realize what joy really is. Okay, I felt so good. I haven't put one on since. All right, Maury's used to it. One, what is in one zip code? What is in the other? I'm just holding them in right now for your safety. Okay, they're free. They're gonna stay free. That's who I am.
That's the that was an interesting and very riveting video with Mildred Higginbooby, the pioneer of not wearing or being relief at the end of the day when you let the girls go free. Great video. We're gonna stop her video now so we can play the next video of our next guest. It's actually going to be a depiction of the first woman having a hot flash. You're going to see it live. Been there. That was a great video. It was painful just because she did not know what was happening at the time because she was the first woman to experience a hot flash. And God, sometimes my accents, my deep South roots just come out sometimes. To experience that, she had nowhere to go. So lucky for you, we actually have the live panel here today. Come on out, Fiamma. Come on out, Mildred. And we're going to go to a more comfortable part of the studio to follow me. There we go. All right. Now, thank you all for joining today and telling your own untold stories. A lot of people are thinking that things just come out, this things just happen, but it does not. I believe we have a question from the audience. If you don't mind partaking your wisdom with these audience here, the first question, I think we're gonna go with Mildred Higginbotham. The question we have from Tashika Campbell. She is a longtime watcher of this show, Untold Stories. And the question is, when you have big breasts, to hide in them?
It's a great question. Tashika, I want to say I love your name. It's so exotic. I love it. And I want to tell you, the truth be told, once they're free, you skip snacks and you go straight to 3-course meals. I'm not gonna, like, we're on TV. I want to be respectful. Like, I may or may not have a honey baked ham going on in here. I may or may not be ready for Thanksgiving dinner at this moment. So I'm gonna say a crock pot of mac and cheese. I'm gonna say greens, you need a vegetable. Okay. I want Maury to stay healthy. And then a Cheeto, one Cheeto for the baby. We'll do fine.
Mildred, that is very interesting that you have the snacks and you also have some for the babies, but hopefully you're keeping those boundaries with those and let them know that you're not their little friend. Like you give them the food.
I do my best. I do my best. That's what I do.
Now, Fiamma, I appreciate we have the air very cool in the studio, so hopefully that's helping. Can you let us know exactly what were you doing while the first hot flash came upon you? What did you think was happening? You know now, but what did you think was happening?
That is such a good question, Shirley. Shirley. Oh, I hear jubilant laughter. I love that. Actually, I had just concluded jubilantly laughing. I was walking along, minding my own beeswax, when all of a sudden, great Scott! What behold! A warm wave of energy overtook my head. The next thing I knew, a bead of sweat started to form. And then 2, and then 3. Mind you, in those days we didn't have numbers, so I was making them up at the time. People don't realize we got arithmetic because of old Fiamma Flamme's bead sweat-inducing hot flashes. Anywho, there I was when great Scott! Even more sweat started pouring out, and then I felt myself to be on fire, and I was moved to speak when I uttered the first human words, which were, "My God, I'm having a hot flash!"
Wow. I can't even imagine.
Now, I know that you can, it's probably hard to tell my age. I'm trying to let the gray grow a little bit. I try to cover. I don't, I'm still getting clubbed. I like to still pass as one of the youths when I can. But not one of their little friends. Not one of their friends. I'm there to help guide them.
Yeah.
Tell them what they did and what they did not do, because they don't know.
Right.
And that is why I have been the principal district superintendent of the South schools, and to make sure these children stay in line. Now, Fiamma, there's a question. I hope it's not too personal. The question is there a Mr. Flamme?
Oh, that's a great question. Yes. There was, of course, a Mr. Flamme. There was even another Mrs. Flamme. Unfortunately, before I learned how to curb my flames, I took them out when I had combusted.
Are you telling me you killed your husband? Just from the bare heat? Oh my gosh.
I melted him.
I'm going to call Maury after the show. He's got a friend, he's got a cousin, and he's got an enemy, and I think any one of them would be great for you.
A double date would be, I think that would be great with the boob and the flames, and I think it's a good combination. Before you ladies go, we had a contest here at Untold Stories now. And
here's some water.
Are you all right?
You
I've got a towel here if you need something.
there we go.
I'm gonna need that back. It's actually our tablecloth for dinner.
That's fair. We actually have a special guest that has been watching live. They are the biggest fan of Untold Stories, and they won a trip all the way here to Hoboken, Iowa, to ask their question in person. Come on out, Rita. Come on out.
Hi. I just thanks for having me. I just would like to. I have a question, actually, two, and we have time. I have to ask you, wonderful women. Well, should I cut my hair? I have it in well, 42 years. I just heard what your thought was. Should I be brave and cut it, or just keep the status quo and letting it grow? And also, I guess I can ask my second one, which is, what's your feeling about chocolate, in particular vanilla smoked dark chocolate? Thank you.
That Rita is a unique one, I'll say. Rita, thank you for watching. Number one fan of Untold Stories. You're gonna get decorative doilies that say Untold Stories, decorative doilies that's coming to your P.O. box right away. Thank you, Rita, for your enthusiasm. Now, Mildred Higginbooby, if you could take the first question regarding the haircut of young Rita.
Yeah. Rita, I want to say it's good to meet you. It's important that you live your truth. It's hard. I don't know that I'd run into you on the street and recognize you because I can't see a thing. That being said, okay, as the first woman, I think of myself as a little bit of a pioneer, a little bit of a trailblazer, okay? Because my ladies are out free. So I think if my ladies can be out free, they're kind of free to set you free, to have you feel that you can be yourself enough and let the hair fly. So if these ladies can fly, then your follicles can fly, and you got to do you. How you see walking down the street, that's not my business. I can't get involved. But if you don't want to cut your hair, you don't do it. Because I haven't put on a bra since 1979, and I like it. And I'm going to tell you, Maury likes it as well. I'm going to tell you, Maury likes it. So whoever you're into, if they like a hairy situation, you're good. You're golden, whether or not they like it. But I promise you, you'll find somebody, okay? Because I haven't seen those uncles since I ran into one of them with one of these. So I assume they're still around. We're going to get Flame with somebody. We're going to get Rita with somebody. And I'm not putting on a bra. And that's the bottom line.
And you shouldn't. Bras are not your little friend.
No.
Never. Not at all. Fiamma Flame, pardon the South. If you could perhaps answer the second part of the question for young Rita. Well, to be honest, I don't know how old Rita is because their face was covered by mostly follicles and whatnot. But youthful spirit of Rita. What did you think about white smoke dark chocolate?
First of all, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. Oh my God! Oh, great Scott! The thought of white smoke dark chocolate is giving me the worst hot flush in the world.
And thanks for watching Untold Stories. I've been your host, Dr. Shirley Maybell Jackson, and I'm here to make sure that y'all know that the stories of these women are real. They on fire. They got the boobies hanging out, and we are not your little friends. Okay? We out of here.
Untold Stories. Untold Stories. Untold Stories. Giving you what you want.